Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make these frog and bear beanies. The pattern for these is the same, so I'm going to be showing you in the green yarn because I think it's easier to see the stitches, but you could use either color or a different color if you wanted. So you're going to need around 100 grams of weight 4 acrylic yarn, a tapestry needle, scissors, some felt to cut out the eyes and the nose if you're doing a bear, and a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. First, we're going to start out by making a slip knot. And then we're going to chain 42. So now we've got our chain. We're going to start on row 1, and I am going to be crocheting into the back bump of the chain, which is these little bumps back here. So for row 1, you're going to yarn over and half double crochet into the second chain from the hook. And then we're going to do 33 half double crochet, 7 single crochet, and then you'll chain 1 and turn your work. For the rest of this project, we're going to be working in the back loop. So if you're looking at the tops of your stitches here, they kind of make a little V. And in the V you have the front loop here, and then there's also the back loop. So we're going to be working in the back loop. And for row 2, we're going to do 7 single crochet in the back loop and then 34 half double crochet in the back loop, and then we'll chain 1 and turn your work. For row 3, we're going to do 34 half double crochet in the back loop. We'll do 7 single crochet in the back loop and then chain 1 and turn your work. Now you can start to see the sort of ribbed texture that we're creating. We're going to repeat row 2 and 3 through row 20. So now at the end of row 20, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. For row 21, we're going to chain 1 and then we'll do 6 double crochet in the same stitch with both loops. Now you're going to do a slip stitch. Now you can see we've made the first eye for the frog, or if you're doing a bear, it would be the first ear. Now you're going to chain 1. We'll do 33 half double crochet in the back loop and then 7 single crochet in the back loop, chain 1 and turn your work. row 22, we're going to do 7 single crochet in the back loop and then 33 half double crochet in the back loop. And your final half double crochet you'll put in the chain 1 from the previous row. So now we're coming to the end of row 22. This is that chain 1 that we made after the double crochets on the previous row, and you're just going to place your final half double crochet in the back loop of this chain 1. And then you'll chain 1 and turn your work. And then we'll repeat rows 2 and 3 through row 28. So now we're coming to the end of row 28. You're going to chain 1 and turn your work. And for row 29, we're going to chain 1 and then do 6 double crochet into both loops of the same stitch. This is the same thing that we did on the first eye or ear if you're doing a bear. We're just going to do the same thing again. Now we're going to slip stitch, and then chain 1, and we're going to do 33 half double crochet in the back loop and then 7 single crochet in the back loop, chain 1 and turn your work. For row 30, you're going to do 7 single crochet in the back loop and then 33 half double crochet in the back loop, and your final half double crochet will be in the back loop of the chain 1 from the previous row, just like we did last time. Now we're going to repeat row 2 and 3 through row 50. And you can see we've got both of the little eyes finished here, or they would be ears if you're doing a bear. So now I've finished row 50 and we're going to start seaming the hat. But first I wanted to show you, when you finish row 50, you're going to have these little eyes backwards, because when you fold the hat up, then they'll be facing the correct way. So make sure that when you start your seam that you keep them backwards. So with the two edges together here, we're gonna slip stitch 12 stitches and then chain 1. So I'm going to chain 1 and pull up a loop, and then I'm going to turn my piece inside out. And I pass my yarn through the hat at this point because I find that it's easier to work with that way. And you gotta find your loop again. And then we'll slip stitch the remaining 29 stitches. So now I'm going to cut my yarn, leaving a pretty long tail for sewing. So I'm going to stitch all around the top of this, and then we'll be able to pull it all tight, kind of like you would with a magic circle. So now I'm going to pull this all together. And we're going to whip stitch across the top. So now I'm going to tie these tails together, and then you can just cut them off. So now we're going to turn the hat right side out, and you can see the seam we made on the top. And then you're gonna fold up the bottom, and you've got your little frog eyes, or if you're making a bear, they'd be little ears. Now I'm gonna go cut out some little felt circles to be the eyes for the frog, and I'm gonna hot glue them. You could also use fabric glue. Alright, so now I've got my little frog's face done, and I embroidered him a little mouth too, just with some embroidery floss. You can see his little eyes. And now let me grab the bear hat that I've also made. And you can see here the only difference really in the pattern is that I used brown yarn instead of green, and for his face I cut out 2 little circles for eyes and a little triangle nose. Thank you so much for watching this video. If it was helpful to you, please leave a like. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment and I will get back to you.